G'day everybody, Blue here, and welcome back to Starfield, where we are on the planet Voli Prime in the city of Neon, and we are right in front of Madame Sauvage's place. The reason why we're here is because, well, the leads have led us to, I guess, a bar where the thief that has stolen the Hope Tech ship often frequents. So we're going into Madame Sauvage's place in the hopes that we can find her and then ask her questions about this first mercenary company. So let's see if we can actually find her in there.
Look, I ain't gonna stand around here all day, right?
Okay, interesting place. Looks like she's just standing over there, so we should be able to speak to her very, very soon. Hopefully there's a little bit of persuasion involved here, and we get to try to, again, use our persuasion skill. Before we do that though, let's just have a look around. I'm just curious to see if there's anyone of interest that we can speak to. Madame Sauvage herself seems to be running the place. Sophia Grace, okay. Interesting characters here. There's a ballistic weapon specialist.
I'm looking for work. You hiring?
Oh, okay, so we can actually hire crew here, if we wanted to. What's your area of expertise?
Ballistic weapon systems. I specialize in using those types of weapons to punch holes in your target's hull.
Okay. I'm interested. How much would it cost me?
I'm only looking to earn a going rate.
7,000 credits. Okay. I can persuade this person to pay less, maybe. Let's leave. I probably don't exactly need crew right now. We've got plenty of people on the ship.
In this city.
Propulsion specialist. Okay, I guess there's a whole bunch of people that you could just hire to improve your ship's stats and to make your ship feel a little bit more like an actual ship with a crew. There's Andrea Sandoval. I have no idea who she is. Then there's the proprietor.
New customer. Bienvenue. Before you order, I have two simple rules you need to know. Oh, this is my place. That means everyone in here is under my protection. You don't mess with them, they don't mess with you. If you're buying drinks, you better have cash. Madame Sauvage does not offer credit. Good? Ça c'est bon?
Okay. I love your accent. Where is it from?
Oh, well, thank you very much for the compliment. I'm told my family tree traces itself back to Europe, on Earth. Specifically the region known as France. A long and proud history, no?
Indeed. She's actually got a lot of these chips that we've been seeing on several characters. I'm guessing this is what we read about the previous episode from Ryujin Industries. They produce a lot of these neurological enhancements. I've never been quoted rules at a bar before.
Oh, well then, I'm honored to be your first, mon trésor. So, what can Madame Sauvage get you? Have you come to try velocity, perhaps? Or do you prefer something with a little less kick?
Velocity? What is that?
It's nothing less than heaven in a glass. As though the universe itself was resting her lips on yours. My own personal creation.
Okay, sounds a little shifty. I wouldn't mind seeing the menu.
Of course, of course. Anything for my special new customer.
Okay, cool. And the reason why I said that is because, well, I figure if we're gonna have a chat with this thief, and we need to do some persuasion or convincing, perhaps maybe it might not be a bad idea if we get sourced with, say, some wine. And that should give us, you know, the edge with persuasion. You would hope. So let's take a look here. I mean, we've got the sparkling wine right here, plus 10% persuasion chance for 5 minutes. Oh, and we've got actual velocity here, so blue, green, orange, red, violet, and yellow. There's not really any difference between any of these, actually. They give us the same stats, but let's just take a look here. So 15% persuasion chance, that's actually really good. And plus 75 damage resistance for 3 minutes. Interesting combo. I almost feel like this is a good drink to have if you know that you might be persuading someone, but then if you fail to persuade them, you might actually have a fight on your hands. So, yeah, very interesting. They are very expensive though, 500 creds. So I think I'll stick with the sparkling wine. Is there anything else similar to that? Oh, there's this, Chandra Port, Chandra Riesling. They're a little bit more expensive, plus 12% persuasion chance for 5 minutes. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know about spending another 100 credits, but why don't we just go with the sparkling wine? And just use that. I know we're being a little bit cheap here. Alright, cool. How did you come up with velocity?
On my home planet, we have beautiful beaches. And during certain times of the year, the ocean lights up in beautiful spectrums of color. Now, science will tell you that this is from tiny microscopic organisms that are emitting bioluminescent light. But I believe it's so much more. I think it's a dance, a celebration. It's nature's way of giving thanks to the sun for nourishment. It's breathtaking. That is the essence of velocity. It's a toast to nature and all its splendid wonders. A sudden merger of humankind to the cosmos.
Interesting. How'd you end up opening a bar on Neon?
Unfortunately, that will have to remain my secret for now. It's safe if the identities of the involved parties remain anonymous. Let's just say I was owed a substantial debt, and the bar was how I got paid, and leave it at that.
Interesting. Growing up on Neon seems a lifetime away. Not sure I'm happy being back.
You got the look of neon on you. I can tell. But don't let the other rats hear you complain about your lot in life. Likely you'll get a bitter shiv in the belly for that. Precious few manage to escape. Either you're lucky as hell, or there's something special about you.
Okay, this is interesting. I might sort of set up a little bit more of a background story for us, and maybe we should say that, you know, we worked like mad to get out and we hustled, stole everything that we could. Yes, we were a miner for Argos extractors, but maybe this is our backstory here.
Neon tries its hardest to beat ambition out of us. But not you. You do things to survive in the gutter. Every now and then, the good bits. A shared meal, a kind gesture. But most of what you do to survive, well, there's a reason why liquor flows like water on this rig.
A lot of people trying to forget, I guess. Oh, remove Neon Street Rat. I just want to start a new chapter in my life, a fresh start. So I guess maybe with this option we would just remove all of the options of being a Neon Street Rat, which maybe is not what I want. Maybe it's best to remember after all.
It's hard to give up your roots. Even roots covered in chasm bass slime and worse. You're all right.
Okay. Well, let's have a chat with the person of interest here, Grace Early. I do want to have our wine before we get started here, so let's get sourced. Use. Alright.
A free
Great.
Star Ranger and his... What are you? A sidekick or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Now that's what I call real conviction. So how come I'm talking to the sidekick instead of the Ranger?
This is the deputy's case.
Is that so? And you had to bring backup just for little old me? I'm flattered. Anyway, this ain't my first interrogation, so let's just get on with it.
Okay, I already dislike this person. You've had run-ins with the law before?
A time or two, maybe more. And yet here I am, walking free.
Look, I just need some information. It could help save lives.
Aw, ain't you polite? I'm guessing this is the part where you tell me that you've got questions and that you expect me to answer them. That sound about right?
Okay, we're accusing her of stealing a ship. We don't exactly have evidence, do we? Aside from just, you know, the word of some guy that we helped. Look, I know you stole the ship, but people might be in danger and I need your help.
All right. So I jacked a ship. It was just a little fun. I didn't even keep it. It was a job. I turned it over to some men, and they took off for who knows where. End of story. Nothing I did put anyone in danger, okay?
Okay, I'm surprised that she would just, like, readily admit that she stole the ship, but anyway. You provided the means for mercenaries to intimidate and threaten an innocent person.
Look, they didn't tell me what they were gonna do. How was I supposed to know they were gonna go after some farmer?
You should have asked when you took the contract. If that woman had been killed, you'd be an accessory to murder. Did you think about that?
No, I guess I didn't.
Now she's scared. Okay. Not so tough after all. Well, here we go. Let's try to persuade her. Enough small talk. Tell me what you know.
It's not that simple.
I'm sure there's a way we can both walk away happy.
I'd like to think so.
You don't seem to understand. I need this information now.
I do understand. I'm trying to figure out a way to help you, okay?
There's no reason for us to have a problem, is there?
I hear you.
Sweet. Nice. Look, I'll give you my word.
I guess if I can't trust a free Star Ranger, then I can't trust anyone, right? I was approached by a woman named Maya Cruz. Said she was a senior member of the First and that she had a job for me. She was working with someone inside Hope Tech and pitched me on the idea of jacking a ship right out of the factory. We were deep into planning the job when she had some kind of medical emergency. She said she needed surgery and would be in recovery for a long time. That was a few weeks ago. Haven't heard from her since.
Okay. So, we still have the problem of the Hope Tech employee on the inside. So, hopefully we'll try and catch up to that person, whoever that is. Did Maya say why the First needed the Hope Tech ship?
Only some kind of offhanded comment about their client wanting to expand the operation ahead of schedule. In my line of work, you learn not to ask a lot of questions. Tends to make people uncomfortable.
That's fair. Did she say where she was being treated?
No, but it sounded serious. She was upset. Seemed kind of shaken, you know? Didn't seem right I should pry, so I didn't.
Why would you agree to such a risky job?
You serious? Take your pick. Money, reputation, the thrill of it. All good reasons.
Alright, go on.
Not long after that, I got a message from a guy named Marco. He said he was the money man for the first, and he offered half up front. Never met him directly, though. It was always through intermediaries and using encrypted slates. Got the feeling he was paranoid as hell.
Do you have one of those encrypted slates on you right now?
Yeah. Here. Take it. I'm done with all this. Anything else you want to know?
Okay, so the good thing is we now have a name, this Marco fellow. Did anyone in the fleet give you a way to contact them?
No. Nothing at all. Left me feeling a little disappointed, given how well they paid me.
Did Marco ever give you his location?
Not so much as a hint. I'll tell you. He's as cagey a fixer as I've ever met.
Bankrolling the first must take a lot of money. I'm sure he's got all kinds of side hustles going on.
What do you know about the men that you delivered the ship to?
Nothing, really. I was told when and where to meet them. They paid me what I was owed, and that was it.
Okay, cool. Well, that's all we need for now. I appreciate your cooperation. Cooperation, rather.
Yeah, sure.
Next time you're at the Rock, you should give that encrypted slate to Ranger Alex Shadid. He's got a gift for cryptography. If anyone could crack that slate, it'll be him. I'm gonna head back. Good luck, Deputy.
Then I'm free to go.
If you promise your shipjacking days are over, then yeah, you're free to go.
Suits me. I'm getting too old for this line of work. Besides, I'm going out on a high note. Ain't many can say they grabbed a ship right out of Hope Tech. Should make a good story for the kids one day.
For the kids? I'm not really sure if that's a really good story to tell to kids, to be honest, but anyway. Alright, well, Jalen's gone, so I was hoping he would just stick around for a little bit more, but apparently not. So let's just take a look at what we need to do next. I see. So we need to go back to Aquila City. We need to speak to this Alex Shadid to see if he can crack the encrypted slate that we just received from our thief friend here. But you know what? I'm probably just going to explore this place a little bit more before we get going.
Now leave me alone.
So seems like they're cool with us going in here. Anything interesting? Got some stolen artwork. Moby Dick. Got a restroom here with stuff that doesn't belong to us. And I guess someone lives here, or what's the deal? I mean, this is half storage room, half living quarters of some sort. Got a slate here. The big score. Evidence. Right? Evidence for what, though?
Pour me a velocity, dummy. I think we're in luck.
Estelle, you found a buyer. And in less than a week. I'm impressed.
There's just one teeny little catch, though.
Whenever there's a catch with you, it ends up costing me money.
Before you give me the guillotine, hear me out. The buyer wants the merch, but they want it tomorrow night.
And there it is. Do you have any idea what it will cost to get that many crates out of Xenofresh by tomorrow? No, not this time.
What if I told you they wanted 15 cases this time, at full price?
What about your comrades at the Crimson Fleet? Won't they want a taste? I'd hate to lose half of our profits.
You just worry about the shipment. I'll handle the fleet.
All right, Estelle. You have a deal. Here's your drink.
You're a doll, dummy. Cheers.
Okay, that's interesting. So we've got this new character, Estelle. I don't think we've ever met her, not even with our time with the Crimson Fleet. We just got an update there, and apparently that's evidence that we can give to the Vigilance. and Lieutenant Hoff. So I wasn't expecting to find evidence out here, you know, beyond the key, if that makes sense. But anyway, alright, that was an interesting find, and I'm surprised that it was so easy to just go in there without people sort of batting an eye. We've got another restroom here. Oh, this one's banged up. Obviously, this is the one for customers.
What?
Anything else of interest here?
Take it easy.
Okay, plenty of velocity sitting around everywhere. Okay, they've got another bar sitting up here as well. It's unattended
They
though.
don't have places like this in Akita, that's for sure.
And then there's another room here which we definitely can't get into, so very curious. Need a key for that one. Alright, perhaps maybe this is a place that we'll have to come back to. There's a couple of characters that we actually haven't really spoken to that do have names, so non-standard NPCs. But I'm not going to bother for now. Let's get the evidence that we've received, this encrypted slate, back to Aquila City. Oh, we've got space frogs everywhere. That's nice. Let's fast travel there. And I'm just thinking here, because we did let Ko go, and I sort of had some thoughts about whether or not I want companions constantly or not. Companions are nice. They, you know, definitely take a lot of the fire away from us, but sometimes they can be really janky. And I think the biggest value they offer, though, is that they can carry stuff for you. So I might not bother with companions until we know that we're carrying a little bit too much stuff. Or if we know that we're about to sort of go into sort of hostile territory.
Do not want to go outside the city walls.
Anyway, I feel like it's been a very long time since we've been back here in Aquila City, so it's good to be back. Let's go into... is this called Ranger Headquarters or something? Oh no, well it's called The Rock, apparently. What is this? Aquila City information. Can't remember if we've actually read this before, but this must be kind of similar to the thing that we saw when we were in Neon. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of reading here. Hey there, friend! You stand now in Aquila City, capital of the Freestar Collective, and symbol of hope and freedom for every soul in the settled systems. In the year 2167, intrepid trailblazer Solomon Ko claimed and named the Cheyenne star system. He then set his boots down on this very planet, which he named Aquila. And although he was but a single man, Solomon Ko named his new settlement Aquila City, because he knew that someday his dream would come true and his tiny outpost would one day grow into the thriving frontier town it is today. All we ask is that you treat everyone you meet in Aquila City the way you'd want to be treated yourself, with respect, kindness, and good cheer. Our trained security officers are here for your protection, but it's protection you'll seldom need. We do ask everyone in Aquila City, be it visitor or resident, to stay within the settlement's walls. The Ashta roam freely on the other side and will view any human being as prey. Okay. Our commitment to freedom. Freedom. Throughout the course of recorded history, that word has meant so many things to so many people. For Solomon Ko, true understanding of the concept came in the year 2161, when the newly formed United Colonies issued the Centaurus Proclamation, thereby formalizing the colonization of any star system in our galaxy. That was the moment Solomon Ko knew that his destiny lay elsewhere. In order to free himself, both body and spirit, he would need to heed his wanderlust and venture alone into the stars. And so he did. Sadly, the United Colonies' commitment to the very freedom they projected was short-lived. As Solomon Ko expanded upon his dream and invited other star systems to join him in what he called the Freestar Collective, United Colonies leadership revealed their true colors. Exploration was seen as aggression, freedom as defiance. What followed were two bloody conflicts, the Narian War and Colony War. In both, the United Colonies tried to erase Aquila City and indeed the entire Freestar Collective from the face of the settled systems. They claimed they were defending their borders. Outer space is infinite, and yet they wanted our own. Why? Because the very thought of freedom to those who wish only to control is unacceptable. And yet here you stand in Aquila City, proud capital of the Freestar Collective. Freedom is hard earned. Freedom is hard fought. But freedom is always worth it. Okay. Business directory. Whether you live in Aquila City or are just visiting, you'll find every business imaginable from small independent stores to larger retailers known throughout the settled systems. The following is a list of some of the businesses you'll find here in Aquila City. Okay, whole bunch of places. And other buildings of note in additional? I think that's a mistake there. In addition to our fine stores, Aquila City also has many other locations that may be of interest, either for their historical significance or services they may offer. And the Freestar Rangers. Just as the Freestar Collective stands as a symbol of freedom for the settled systems, so too do the Freestar Rangers serve as a symbol of freedom for the Freestar Collectives itself. Founded in the year 2231, the Rangers are the protectors of the people and ideals of the Freestar Collective. It's not enough to call them police and too much to consider them soldiers. Rather, the Rangers are guardians, your guardians, and they've dedicated their lives to the service of the Freestar Collective. But don't take our word for it. The Rangers welcome all inside the Rock, which serves not only as their headquarters, but as Aquila City's primary meeting place and watering hole. There you can meet the members of this elite organization and learn firsthand how committed this small, dedicated force is to the ideals first shared by Solomon Coe himself. Cool. There you go. Bit of reading. Doesn't hurt. But I think we've had enough of reading for now. Let's get a move on and let's see if we can turn in this encrypted slate. Yeah, it's nice to be back in the Rock. We haven't exactly hung around the bar that much, have we?
All class joints. Well,
there are
except
a few interesting characters here, I think. Emma Wilcox, I think we worked with her before, right? August Bowen.
What can I get you, Emma?
Oh, nothing.
Anyway,
Welcome to the Rock.
Diego Monroe. Not entirely sure if we've spoken to Diego before. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's turn in the slate.
Not everyone gets to see
and maybe on the way out we could have a chat with one or two people or something along those lines. Alright, who are we looking for? This fellow over here.
Look who it is.
Alex Shadid.
Hey, I wondered when you might come by. I'm Alex. Nia's report said you were heading for Neon? I've always wanted to go there. What did you think?
What's stopping you from traveling to Neon?
Oh, I can't fly anywhere. Issues with my Eustachian tubes. Being in a pressurized environment is like someone taking a laser cutter to the sides of my head. It's not great, but at least I can pretend to visit the party capital of the galaxy by having you tell me about it.
Damn. Yeah, that's no good. It really sucks if you can't really travel. I know a couple of people, some friends who have a very, very difficult time being in airplanes. They have to sort of essentially withstand pain almost to travel anywhere. Not great. Look, Aquila City? Yeah, that's my kind of place. Not Aquila City, sorry. Neon. That is my kind of place.
Yeah, I bet. It just sounds so exciting and so stimulating. Probably makes Aquila City look like the more boring backwater town in the settled systems by comparison. Alas, I'll have to experience it vicariously through you and the other Rangers. So how'd it go? Turn up anything useful?
Well, I need your help with the encryption on this slate.
Oh, come to daddy, my sweet little mystery slate. I see lots of coffee and late nights ahead. Now, if you get any more of these, bring them to me. It helps if I can compare different instances of the encryption they're using. Just look for me up here. I have no life, so I'm not usually hard to find.
Okay. So he's just told us that we could find more and turn in more to him. So that's interesting. You don't get out much, do you?
Oh, why should I? Nothing but dirt, cold air, and Asha waiting for me out there. I like my nice, cozy, antisocial office space much more, thanks.
How long will it take to break the encryption?
It'll take as long as it takes. You can't rush a job like this. One thing I can promise you, though, is that it'll go a lot faster if I don't have to answer silly questions.
Noted. Okay, okay. Well, yeah. Have fun with that.
Oh, I will. I guarantee it.
Okay, sweet. So, apparently, what? Daniel Blake? Who's that? Hang on. Oh, it's the Marshal. I've already forgotten his name. Okay. Well, I mean, if we want to speak to the Marshal, he's pretty much just over there, right? But do I really want to do that, though? Because we have been going at this whole deputy thing for a while. I know we're doing it to hopefully earn favor with the Freestar Collective before we need to convince them to sign off on, you know, diving into the archive and retrieving some questionable information on Xeno warfare. But
excuse me.
I think we can take a bit of a break from all of the deputy stuff. Look, since we're here, why don't we have a chat with a couple of people here and there?
Hey,
This
deputy.
Helga.
Well, hey there.
Kill. The stories about you, they ain't
What do you do around here?
Right now, not much of anything. Doc says I need a rest. Meanwhile, I've been trying to make myself useful, reading dispatches and reports and such. That way, when I'm cleared for field duty, I'll know the lay of the land.
Okay. Oh, she's getting up. That was kind of weird. Can we still talk to her, though? And this second line here, I think I remember very early on when we first arrived in Aquila City, we saw her speaking to the doctor, and the doctor sort of said that she needs to take a rest. But anyway, I heard you talking to the doctor. What happened?
Got into a tussle with a Shaw Gang smuggling ship in Kodos orbit. Had to limp back to Aquila City, with my ride mostly in one piece. It was a bit of a hard landing, you might say. Got a few broken ribs and a concussion. Turns out one of those ribs punctured a lung. Had a breathing tube in for a spell, but that's gone now. Seems I'm healing up pretty good.
What happened to the other ship?
Last I saw, it was on fire and doing a swan dive into the Kodos sky.
You're lucky to be alive.
Luck's half of everything. Or so they say. I also like to think skill had a little something to do with it. That's it then?
Okay, cool. I was hoping for maybe a side quest from that, but apparently not. What's the deal with this guy, Diego?
A ranger's work is never truly done.
What's your job in the Rangers?
Well, if you're asking me to toot my own horn, I will oblige. I'm a senior ranger. I coordinate all manner of things, great and small, for our outfit. If you've ever seen the mission board, that's my baby. Being that you're one of us, might be worth checking out the mission board. Credits to be made, justice to be served.
How'd you end up as a ranger?
Just about the hardest way possible. I had, shall we say, a checkered past. Rangers caught me dead to rights and offered a deal. Leniency if I helped take down my, well, criminal associates. So I took the deal. It was real touch and go, but a lot of bad guys went down.
Damn. Must have been hard to turn on your friends.
No friends of mine. Truth be told, I barely had a choice to work for them. But they were behind bars, and so was I. But I served my sentence. Searched the dark recesses of the soul. I realized the only time I felt genuinely good about myself was working with the Rangers. So after a parole for the very best of behaviors, I nagged the Rangers night and day until they gave me a chance. Haven't looked back since.
Okay. It's a really good story of redemption.
Adios.
Okay, I wonder if we'll get to work with him at some point.
The mayor's alright.
Let's have a chat with the
Always
barman,
painting too
August
rosy a picture,
Bowen.
though.
This here's the best bar in town.
I shared it.
Safest too. How can I help?
Can drink.
Can we not actually have a proper chat with you?
Pull up a seat, friend.
Quite a place you got here.
Ah, it's not mine. I just work here. Yeah, I guess technically the city owns it, but it's really the Freestar Rangers' place more than anyone else's. But yeah, I'm happy to work here. The pay's decent, but it's also the safest job I've ever had.
Okay, cool. I don't think there's too much going on here.
Enjoy your visit. Aquila's just about the best city in the settled systems.
Righto, guys. Well, I think, as I said, we might take a break from all of the deputy stuff and focus on other things. There's a few additional sort of activities here, which I think we picked up in Neon, but I sort of think that it's been a while and maybe want to go back to the lodge. I'm just looking at these constellation missions, but I just realized, but we have the ability to pick up new powers already. One's in Voli, and Voli Epsilon specifically. So when we go back to Neon, we could just swing by to Voli Epsilon and try and grab the powers. And then there's this as well, Power from Beyond in, I think this is Navachi? Interesting. But I'm thinking of actually just focusing on this here. I know Walter has been meaning to speak to us, so I'm guessing he's got some kind of a mission for us. So let's fast travel all the way back to New Atlantis. Alright, here we are, the lodge. It's actually been a while, hasn't it? Let's go in, and before I actually speak to Walt, I might actually go back to our room, and I want to see if we can just stash a few things, because I think there's maybe quite a few things in our miscellaneous items that we could potentially let go of. So let's take a look here. So inventory, miscellaneous items, digipicks we want to carry, obviously. The badge we probably need, but these things here, like gene tags, San and Hadrian. Oh, this is what we needed to provide proof that we knew Hadrian. So that's fine, we'll just leave that there. Medical supplies, why do we have this? I mean, these things don't weigh anything, so I'm not really too concerned. But the Parsec Pooch plushie, yes, we'll store both of those. This UC military gene tag. I don't know why we have this, but let's get rid of that. Let's see. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that we want to put away. I think stuff in notes. So there's a lot of this stuff that doesn't weigh anything, but then there's a few bits and pieces, like all these books that do weigh half a mass point. So let's actually store all of those. I don't know about storing absolutely everything. Maybe we just focus on the stuff that actually has weight. So Okay. I think that might be everything. And we're down to 99 mass. That's really good. Happy about that. Is there anything else we can put away? I'm not entirely sure. I do want to sort of... Oh god, alright, I accidentally picked something up there. Can't remember what, but... let me just have a look. New items. Cat of Monte Cristo, okay. Well, let's put that back. There we go. And I'm just thinking here, but do we have any apparel that we could pick up? Which we could switch to? Because I'm thinking we've been wearing this UC Vanguard apparel for quite a while, and it might be good to switch things up every now and then. While we're here, I'm just gonna have a sleep. Now, I'm not entirely sure what the minimum number of hours are to actually get the well-rested buff, but I'll just sleep for 7 hours because that's generally how long I sleep. You know, it's probably actually, in real life, it's probably not enough, you know, I feel tired pretty much every day because I probably don't get enough sleep.
Is something amiss?
And that's definitely something that I feel like I need to fix about myself, but you know, there's just not enough hours in the day all the time, I feel, to get all of the stuff done. Anyway,
Captain,
regardless of that, we're gonna have a chat with Walt and see what he needs us to do. Might not be a bad idea if we actually tag this mission. All that money can buy.
I must admit, you've surprised me. I thought you were going to take off as soon as you'd gotten something from us. But I was wrong. I want you for a little soiree I'm planning.
A soiree? You could just say you need my help.
Alright, fine. I need your help. It's about an artifact, and our goal is simple. We're going to purchase it. Our seller is a freelance operative in the city of Neon, which means the artifact is almost certainly stolen from someone. I just need a little more presence in the negotiation to show we're serious. And I think you'd be perfect.
Okay, so we're there as a bit of muscle, I suppose, or a bodyguard. This is gonna end up with backstabbing and death. That's how Neon is.
Ah, yes, you're intimately familiar with the area. No need to sugarcoat then. It's going to be treacherous, but I'm hoping our combined talents will be able to handle it. What do you say? I just need a ride to Neon, we talk to a few of your fellow Neon citizens, and then we're back for drinks.
Okay. Well, yeah, sure, let's get going then.
Whole star system then. I admit I'm a little excited.
Okay. Considering he admitted that he is the wallet of the lodge, I'm actually quite surprised that we're, you know, taking him out for some kind of a mission. So, but anyway, let's get to the ship. And yeah, we've just been from Neon, so it's interesting that we are making our way back. Had we followed all of the Constellation stuff early on, I suppose we would have ended up at Neon pretty quickly. You know, before we go, let me just get out of the pilot seat here for a second, and I just want to check on what kind of clothing options we have, because I'm sick of wearing all of the UC Vanguard stuff. I mean, I'll wear the spacesuit though, because the spacesuit is definitely the best one that we have currently. We could go back to the pirate swashbuckler gear. Sysdef crew? I don't know. I just feel like if we're going to Neon, they probably wouldn't respect SysDef or the UC Vanguard. Or the deputies and the Freestar Rangers for that matter, to be honest. So, let's... Hang on a second. I thought we had the deputy uniform. Is that maybe in the cargo? Yeah. They've got, Ranger uniforms here. Or I could just dress like a normal person. Blue UC leather jumpsuit. Again, I feel like UC wouldn't really be respected there, but you know what? I think we go with the pirate gear. It, you know, sort of feels a little bit more intimidating, if that makes sense. So, and if we're there for a bit of muscle and intimidation, then we should look the part. So let's go in with that, and I might just quickly stash our UC apparel. UC Navy fatigues. There we go. Chuck that in there. Sweet. Alright. So, let's get going.
Ready here. Core's good too. Everything looks so pretty up here. We're in orbit.
Righto. So, I guess we're just going to need to travel back to Neon. Let's actually set a course. Yep, let's go land. I'm surprised we didn't actually have to go through the grav jump process, but anyway, it's fine. Oh, and just like that, we're already here. I thought we would be scanned before we arrived, but anyway, doesn't matter. Okay. Good old Walt is already waiting for us.
Ah, smell that? Construction, incense, industrial chemicals of every kind. But they still can't get rid of the odor of chasm bass.
Chasm bass?
A native species of fish. I often wonder what would have happened if they'd never found out about the psychotropic effects. I mean, on paper, a rich protein source is far more practical value than a recreational drug. But theory loses out once again to practice.
Okay. So it's basically fish that's local to this planet, but with psychotropic properties, which in turn, I guess aside from eating the fish, we would actually make drugs out of them as well. Alright, that's kind of interesting. People are getting high off fish?
Something to do with chasm bass's natural oils, apparently. If you're curious, the name is Aurora.
Oh yes, okay, we've heard of Aurora before. I guess that's why it's legal here as well. It's the smell of desperation, exploitation, and addiction.
Quite true, but also opportunity. Our opportunity. We need to stop by the Stroud-Eklund offices. There are certain authorization procedures when large funds are being transferred, even for something like this.
Check in at Stroud-Eklund HQ. Okay, I'm actually kind of surprised that Stroud-Eklund HQ is located in Neon. I thought they would have been located in Aquila City somewhere. Or, sorry, not Aquila City, New Atlantis. I don't know, it just has that air about it, you know? If they're the most expensive ship maker out there. That would suggest that we would be able to get Stroud-Eklund parts in this location. But again, I still haven't exactly figured out where to go to actually, you know, do shipbuilding in Neon. Doesn't seem very obvious. Okay, Stroud-Eklund HQ. Apparently it's over that way. So let's get going. The Volai Hotel.
Word
Okay.
Steve Borealis, you know, DJ? Well, she's moping around because she lost something important.
Neon Security, HQ. Okay. Alright. Right next to Astral Lounge.
My mother
Hey, mate.
Move along.
Trade Tower.
Enjoy your visit to the trade tower.
Thank you. Well, let's go in then. Okay, another elevator. So we've got a Sky Suite, Slayton Aerospace, Xenofresh Corporate HQ. I guess these are the guys who make Aurora. Celt Corp, Genodyne Industries, Core Kinetics, and I guess we're here in the lobby. But Stroud Eklund's right here on the, what, 5th floor? Well, 4th floor, I guess, if you're Aussie and you do the floor counting that way.
It's all right. I just need to have a short chat with my counterpart. Is she in today?
Yes. Allow me to bust you in, sir.
Counterpart? Okay.
You know, Mr. Stroud? You are so lucky.
Alright. Can we have a chat with this guy?
This is the Stroud Eklund business offices. We don't do sales here, if that's what you're looking for.
Okay, I would like to learn where sales is conducted,
Walter.
but...
Issa.
Shall we continue from last time? The luxury cruise line market is completely outside of our core competencies. Investing into it is a mistake.
No, I'm here about... Wait a minute, a mistake. Our ship designers are the best in the settled systems.
They design personal craft and military ships, Walter. Large-scale accommodations and hospitality is a completely different beast. Oh, I'm so sorry. Here I am arguing with my partner. And you're just standing right here. Issa Eklund, the hyphenated Eklund in our glorious company's branding.
Oh, are they married? You're Walter's wife?
Co-CEO, heir to the Eklund fortune, and somewhere down there I'm his wife, yes.
Didn't know our marriage was such a low priority.
Oh, it jumps up the list at the right moments.
I'll probably stay on their good side. Charmed, Miss Eklund. I envy you and your partner's success.
Oh, aren't you lovely? Walter, wherever did you meet your new friend? I'm jealous.
A colleague from Constellation.
Ah, yes, the daring explorers my partner is so infatuated with. You should hear him reciting that speech.
There's no need to go into that.
Oh, my heart skips a beat when he does it. Really, it does. Such passion. If he talked to the board that way, I wouldn't need to placate them so much.
What's this about a speech?
Who was it again, Walter? The founder of Constellation?
Sebastian Banks, his final address before he disappeared.
Oh, I need to hear this speech.
Seconded.
I am not going to be forced into embarrassment in my own office. The answer is no.
Talk to him about it later. Once he cools down, he'll be all ears.
Oh, man. I am 100% behind embarrassing Walter Moore.
I know. It's my favorite hobby. Now, why are you here, my dear? The board meeting isn't for a while, and our vacations aren't coming up either.
It's the discretionary fund, Issa. I need all of it.
Ugh. This wouldn't have anything to do with that meeting you've set up at the Astro Lounge, would it?
I never said that. Did you have an agent hack into my files again?
Only after you had one hack into mine. Tell me, can mutual distrust lead to a point where it's actually the same as mutual trust?
Okay, these guys have a bit of a dysfunctional relationship, don't they? The Astral Lounge, public space, a lot of security holes.
Exactly. You can see how removed my husband is from the groundwork, if he's overlooked something so obvious.
That was the point. Neutral territory in the open.
With no leverage. Oh, you must let me help. It's been too long.
I have this all taken care of.
Some investigation into the cellar. What's motivating them? Then, some preliminary casing of the Astral Lounge for security flaws. Give you the advantage if things go wrong.
Bribe a few bouncers, alter the codes on the doors.
Yes, exactly.
So, I'm off to do all the work while you two stay here?
I hate being selfish, but I would like some time with my husband. We need to go through the fund authorizations anyway.
James Newell is the broker who knows our cellar. He'll be able to help you find out more about them. And it shouldn't be hard to find the Astral Lounge. Here, let me at least give you some operation funds since I won't be joining you. Meet me back here. Yeah, I'm going to be present for the negotiation. I'm not leaving you to the Neon Sharks, I promise.
1,000 creds? That's it? Okay, that's not much. Alright, unfortunately we didn't really discover where sales happens, but...
Oh, look who's got a Laredo gun. Welcome to civilization, cowboy.
You're still so tense. Normally once we're in
Executive offices, should we check out the offices before we go? I say why not?
Are you supposed to be here?
Yes, I'm with your boss.
It's an honor to be part of the Stroud Eklund team.
To ask you how you were doing.
If you're wondering what that smell is...
Oh, who's this? An executive. Okay.
So,
Did she say, if you're wondering what that smell is, it's me?
am I just some useless stargazer?
Okay. Anyway, I think we're done here. A pretty small office considering how big their company's supposed to be, I feel.
Our office is open. Just try to keep interruptions to a minimum.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I kind of wanted to know where I can buy all the Stroud Eklund goodies, but apparently that's not happening just yet. Okay, so let's take a look at our objectives here. So we need to investigate the cellar, and we need to ask about security. I think this is a complete both tasks type of situation rather than a choose either or. So I mean, since we're here, and I believe the Astral Lounge is just over there, perhaps maybe that's the first thing that we should do. So let's see.
Hello.
Can we even get into the Astral Lounge at this point, or are people gonna knock us back? Okay. Benjamin Bayou's penthouse is from here. And the Trade Tower lobby. Both restricted areas. When they say restricted, does that mean that we just simply cannot get there without authorization, or... Okay, look at this place. Oh, we got mission boards here as well. Let's go in with the mission boards, and maybe we can just pick out something that we can do at random. Pirate Marauder on Volii Epsilon. We are going to go back to Volii. Well, actually, we are in Volii, aren't we? Volii Epsilon, okay. Is Volii Epsilon the place that we need to go to for those powers? I think it could be. But anyway, let's pick this up. And we'll try and complete that when we're sort of on our way. I don't know about transport and supply missions. They sound kind of boring, although this one does give us a few creds. Anyway, I think that's enough for picking up missions for now. Okay, I'm not entirely sure about the color scheme here. It's a little bit difficult on the eyes, but... And what is with those costumes? Alright, that is just kind of weird, but anyway. You know what, guys? I think this is probably a good place for a bit of a break. When we come back, we will check out security and what's going on here at the Astral Lounge. And then we'll move on to try and dig up some dirt on those cellars. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this episode and hope you guys look forward to the next one. Stay true.